What's happening, gang? Hope you guys made it through the last video. This is going to be a quick one. I was asked a question, and the answer is far and wide. I was asked, where do I get my hubcaps? And as I just said, the answer is far and wide. Sometimes I get tractors with hubcaps already on them. We will give you a prime example. Come over here to the Parts Sunstar, and it did have its back ones also, but front hubcaps on both sides. Other times I go on picks with my buddy David, and we'll come across one or two. I've got 9 12-inch hubcaps sitting here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 8-inch hubcaps. And as you can see, even as ugly as that is, takes very little elbow grease with 4/0 steel wool and a little bit of cleaner, just something wet. It can be soap and water, it can be awesome like I have here, simple green, purple power, whatever floats your boat. Just wet your 4/0, that's 4 zeros, 0000 steel wool. And I'll give you an absolute example right here. We've got just a little bit poking through here. It looks like it's pretty bad, right? So let me find a place for the camera. Let's just move up. We'll move over here to the workbench, or the toolbox. Get this clipped on. Just stay. Okay, let's find the worst spot. Worst spot is right here. Done another video on cleaning chrome. Just a little bit of moisture, all right, and then just lightly rub. You don't have to push real hard at all. Just lightly rub. And as you do, that rust that you're seeing is mostly just bleed through, where it's bleeding through pinholes in the chrome. Using the 4/0 40 steel wool, you're cleaning the surface of the rust bleed, and then what you end up with afterward, and it's just doing it real quick. Obviously I'd work on it longer than that. And when we wipe it down, you can see we've got a shine. Now, like I say, I can keep working it, but it doesn't scratch the chrome. Don't press into it. Just lightly rub. Lightly rub, lightly rub. And you'll get those rust pits out. Now, why did I show you that? I showed you that for a really important reason. Because the hubcaps that I actually do buy, I buy them looking like this for maybe 1/5 what a pair that looks like that would sell for. But as you can see, there's a $3 hubcap turned into a $20 hubcap, just with a little bit of elbow grease. Now obviously the ones that are actually missing rust, or the ones that have just been hammered to death, like that one, you're not going to get much out of it. Now these are the 6-inch that I use on my show tractors, where the hubcaps are recessed. Excuse me. And that takes a specific wheel. I'm going to show you out here on the Parts Deutzalis. You see the shape of that wheel? That hubcap is too big, okay? There's about 4 or 5 different types of these wide rims, and it takes a specific one. So your best bet is, if you want the recessed look, find you your 6-inch hubcaps first. Once you find you your 6-inch hubcaps, as you can see, they just pop right on. 8-inch on the back. Once you find your 6-inch hubcaps, then go hunting for wheels at swap meets, and you're going to place it in to the wheel, and if it stays, you've got the right wheel, and that's the wide wheels. This does not work with the narrow wheels. Those you're stuck with using the 8-inch. Now the 12-inch, they'll fit all of the garden tractors with the 12-inch rims. Doesn't matter what model, make, nothing. These will fit a 12-inch rim. But if you want to dress it up a lot more, you've got, what did I do with the other 8-inch? Where'd it go? Well, that was part of the, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go? Did I leave it over there? No, I didn't leave it over there. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it was the one that I just polished a little bit. It's this one. Right? Yeah. Okay. This is a 10-inch hubcap. And again, all you have to do is find 10-inch hubcaps. Obviously 2 inches smaller than those. 10-inch hubcaps. Get them ugly, clean them up, and then the trick to getting these to mount is you bend the tabs. You move, you'll have 6 tabs, move them to 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And then, as you can see, I have bent them out. And the reason I bent them out is the little bit of trickery and magic that makes them work on wheels like this. I'll get to the beauty rings in a second. The way that that works is on these wheels, oh, we're not going to have much luck, are we? Because they're mounted backwards. Oh, come on, there's one. Okay, good. I knew if I looked out here long enough I'd find one. All right, let's get this. Yeah, this is me being prepared for this, right? Okay. There we go. Now, wheel and tire. This wheel plate, wheel mounting plate, is welded in to the rim itself. And where these pieces are right here, on the center dish, those pieces, that's where your 4 points are going to wedge in. You line those up with those spots that I just showed you, and I'm tilting it over. The hubcap is mounted, and they look really, really cool, in my opinion. I sort of came up with that on my own. I was like, man, I've got to get a deep dish. I've got to figure it out. So that's your trick for that. Any of these wheels. Now, even the 4-lug wheels, if they're 12-inch, it will still work. Now, the trim rings. These are actually automobile trim rings. And I think it's Mike's Hubcaps that I get them at. But they're not cheap. They cost you some monkey. But they're made out of stainless steel, so they're going to last forever. There's another one over there on the other big fat wide tire. These are the wheels and tires that were on Trader. But these really dress things up too. And you can even put a 12-inch hubcap in here to give it a full chrome look without being able to see the rim. I have to take the ring off to do it, but you can set that in and it would be just like having a chrome wheel, essentially. just be the tiniest little gap right there. So where do I get them? I pretty much explained that. A lot of the tractors I get will have 1 or 2 or 3, and they accumulate, they multiply. And also going to picks, going to swap meets, going to tractor shows. There's always people that have tables set up with stuff for sale, all that kind of hullabaloo. And the majority of these hubcaps either came with, I've never bought a new set, I'll put it to you that way. The only new set I ever bought was I bought 4 10-inch, and that was for the Old Landlord and Engine 44, my Garden Mark Squire. Those I actually purchased. The rest of the 10-inch that I have, I just came across, and it's an odd size, so there's not a lot of them out there. But when you do find them, you can usually get them pretty inexpensive because they're a 10-inch, not a 12-inch. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up. This is 11 minutes of me babbling about hubcaps. And then when it comes to Sunstars and similar tractors, these are the grease caps that go over the center hubs of the wheels. And I always grab those off too, because I've got people that get a hold of me and ask me. I had a gentleman, Glenn, asked me if I had one of these with the stripes for a Massey Ferguson. Well, the Massey Ferguson is a Simplicity made Sunstar, so I was able to hook him up with one. I typically do not sell my chrome hubcaps. I'm a hoarder of them, but you can become a hoarder of them also easily enough. You've just got to be on the hunt for them. And some of them are going to have teeny tiny little dents or dings in them. You might not be able to see them because of the filth and dirt there. Just turn them over, and when you turn them over, you'll be able to see if you have a dent or a ding. Like this one, it's all rusty and yucky looking. Well, it's got a tiny little tick mark right there, and those can be worked out. Those can absolutely be worked out. Just take a couple of towels on a shop chair, a padded shop chair, and a dead blow, plastic dead blow hammer, and just lightly tap, and those will come right out for the most part. You never completely get it out, but anyway, that's it. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. I promise you guys I will see you when I see you. We're now up to almost 13 minutes of me babbling. That's where, how, why, when, everything I can give you about hubcaps. I will put a link in the description below and pin the first comment on where you can get these 12-inch trim rings. I will share my secret of those, but be prepared. They're $55 a piece. Zippo later. I'm out of here.